Welcome back YouTubers to my channel of an everyday life of an Aspie. If you're new to my channel, I welcome you. I'm Aspie. I'm all about creating mental health and awareness, sharing my life stories with Asperger's syndrome and the like, along with some other, mental health disorders and anything in between that is not mental health, along with words of encouragement and support for you all, so that I can be your advocate, support person, or what have you. So it has been brought to my attention, even though I'm trying to tidy up some loose ends, even though I'm hoping to, before I do some nitty gritty stuff, that I'm going to find some of my thoughts that I want to share with you all as well, basically, this week if I can push it. But if not, then we'll have to wait until my nitty gritty stuff, which obviously needs to be addressed based on my experiences, as well as just hopefully being your guys' voice, because some of this needs to be shared along the way, because I feel in my heart that it still exists today without people knowing the warning signs and symptoms, regardless of what I'm about to address, and that we need to, feel safe in whatever it may be. So these ones I'm sharing with you all, if you see any of the signs and symptoms of what I'm sharing with you all, seek professional help for yourself or your loved one, or even for yourself, as well as second opinion. I don't forever condone any of you to do self-harm, because I want you guys to feel safe, happy, careless and free, regardless what it may be, what you guys are going through. So this one's obviously is going to be next, hopefully a real short one, which is the cycles of intimate partner abuse. Yes, I know that many people may say at me or whatever it may be, but it needs to be shared, because obviously how I feel about it, like I said, of what I've been through, will probably relate some way. But if you want to know my lifeline story, how I coped with it all, let me know in the comments below. Also, give me a like for thumbs up to show that you're engaging and supporting me, as well as commenting below that you're liking the videos or whatever it may be, so that I can get a clear indication of the topics that should be shared, even though, like I said, mine's all about mental health and awareness, as well as sharing other tips and tricks along the way. So let's begin this. As we know, basically, we know for a fact that when it comes down to being in a relationship, we don't seem to see the warning signs there and then on the spot. We may find that sometimes we're enjoying ourselves, as well as enjoying being with our partner, but we fall in the trap of certain characteristics of people that are involved in the relationship. The cycle of violence, obviously, that I'm sharing with you all, that is clearly illustrated hopefully on the screen as I'm breaking down the parts to you, is a form of domestic abuse, and obviously it does come in a common pattern or cycle of violence that we need to look out for, because obviously many people will basically be in denial of it all, that it's not happening with them, when in reality we feel in our hearts that it could be. So let's go here. So the cycles of it is, number one is clearly illustrated in the diagram, is abuse. The abusive partner will lash out at you or towards you with aggressive, belittling or violent behavior. Obviously, this form of abuse is a form of power play that is designed to show you who is boss, who's wearing the pants, who's gonna, come up on top and whatever else. And they make you feel so small while they're trying to be the boss, they're trying to be the one in power, the one, to be with it all. Guilt is the next one that you'll be seeing. After abusing you, the partner will feel or use guilt, but not over what he's done. He's more worried about the possibility of being caught by your family, friend or whoever, and facing that consequence for his abusive behavior. Excuses is the next one. Your abuser will then rationalize what he or she has said or done towards you. The person may come up with a string of excuses, or even may blame you for the abusive behavior that they've done. You're the one that's triggered off my anger, you're the one that basically made me mad. They won't see, obviously, that they were the problem, obviously, because at the fact of the matter, they'll just keep on putting the blame on you, basically. And then obviously in regards to that, they feel that with this blame game, that they just think that they have to be right or what have you. Sometimes with these excuses, however, they'll just do anything in their power to avoid taking on their full responsibility of what they've done as it was said to you. Normal behavior. Sometimes the abuser does everything he or she can do to regain that control and keep the victim in that relationship. They may act as if nothing has happened, or they may turn on the charm, deceit and whatever else. This is known as the peaceful honeymoon phase of your relationship. They may give the victim hope that the abuser may have changed during this time period of the honeymoon, and they make all these promises basically to you that they'll promise not to hurt you, they'll promise not to belittle you, and whatever else. They'll make the apologies and everything else. Okay, next stage is the fantasy and planning. Your abuser begins to fantasize about abusing you again. He or she may spend a lot of time thinking about what you've done wrong, and they'll make you pay regardless of what it may be. Then they'll make a plan for turning the fantasy of the abuse into reality. A setup is your abuser sets you up and puts their plan into motion, creating a situation where they can justify abusing you. Okay, obviously, as we know, the abuser's apologies and loving gestures in between these episodes of these form of abuse cycle basically can make it difficult for us to leave. That's why we need to know the warning signs. We need to be brave and strong and actually know when is enough, know when to say no, know when we just had enough and pull the plug. They may make you believe that you're the only person who can help them in regards to this, even though we know that that's not always the case, because obviously they have to help themselves like anyone else has to help themselves. And then they'll try to do the charm again, prove that everything's going to change, everything will be different for us, that they truly love us, they'll emotionally blackmail us, they'll do anything they can basically. But we got to bear in mind the dangers of it staying in that relationship is very real. So obviously we need to seek the help we can from our family, friends, support workers, or whoever it may be, so that, you know, we can be safe in the long run. You know, safety is key as well. We have the power to change as well as power to make up the decisions, and regardless of it all. So this quickly ends the cycles of intimate partner abuse. Give me the like for thumbs up for support, comment below, feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, feel free to turn the notification bell so you know when the next upload is ready, feel free to share these videos around to family and friends, feel free to also just follow me on my social media sites that's listed below also. So thanks for your support, thanks for watching, do what you love what you do. Until next time, Aspie signing out, I'll see you again.